What if I told you there was a drug that you could take every day that made you happier and less anxious and had no negative side effects? There's a growing body of literature that recognises the positive effects of this drug on anxiety, stress and depression through physiological and biochemical mechanisms, including endorphins, mitochondria, mammalian target of rapamycin, neurotransmitters and the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Whatever the hell that means. And the craziest part? Everyone can access this drug. If exercise, physical activity, vigorous bodily movement were a drug for the brain, it would be the most expensive drug in the world. My name is Joel. I'm an 18-year-old psychology student trying to help people have better lives. And before you click off this video thinking it's another rant about why you should go to the gym, hear me out. I think the majority of the negative emotion and the dark periods in my life were helped by physical activity. And I don't want to seem preachy. I just want to share what's helped me. So many people these days hate their lives, and the normal drugs prescribed for anxiety and depression just don't seem to work. They have their place, don't get me wrong, because sometimes a patient needs medication to stay alive to have another therapy. But if drugs were the solution to all of these problems, why would depression, anxiety and stress be on the rise with the greater access to pharmaceuticals that we now have? We need a different solution, and luckily there is one. I'm going to touch on the 3 main reasons why regular exercise helps your brain. And I'm not going to talk about the cliche things like happy brain chemicals, because I think everybody knows that exercise produces happy brain chemicals, but not everyone stays consistent with exercise and uses it every single day for their mental health. So surely more motives are necessary. Being in good shape makes you feel more confident. In an ideal world, we wouldn't connect any of our self-worth to the way our body looks, but we don't live in an ideal world, and the reality is if you look better, you're gonna feel better. It is certainly easier to change the way you feel about yourself by changing your physical body rather than trying to psychologically transcend those insecurities. By no means am I in amazing shape, but from where I started, I've made progress, and when I feel myself filling out a t-shirt or I get stronger in the gym, I just do feel better. And I know we're not supposed to say those things in the modern day. We're not supposed to admit that our physical body, feeling proud of our physical body, is a good thing. But it is. I honestly think that's the truth. If you are more active, you will have a better body composition. If you have a better body composition, you will be objectively more attractive. If you're more attractive, your brain might start to perceive yourself as a higher status human in the social hierarchy, which will produce more serotonin in your brain and reduce anxiety. I know it's reaching, but when you feel more confident, life just feels easier. I've got a question for you. Would you rather receive $10 every day for the rest of your life, or receive 1 cent that doubles as every single day of your life passes? Now, if you're thinking purely about the present, you take the $10, because $300 a month passively is pretty nice. However, if you think long term, taking the cent is the best plan, because in just a year, you'll have $7.5 billion. Now, the reason I use that example is because it's a great analogy for the long-term benefits of exercise. When you use the main prescribed method of changing your mood, i.e. drugs, they only act on you that day. Whereas, with consistent exercise, the benefits compound over time. When you first start training, you are weak and unfit and nervous about starting the gym. That's the reality. But after a year of training, multiple years, you get stronger, more athletic, and more confident. I want to get across the idea that a workout today won't just benefit you today. It'll benefit you tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and in a decade's time. Consistent exercise will benefit all your potential selves across time. Not just in how your physique will change, but in maintaining your physical health or activity and clear thinking as you get older. Exercise benefits both you now and you in the future, and that positive feedback loop keeps rising exponentially. There is a paradox inherent in the human experience that I've discovered over the past 2 years, and that is that to make your life better, you actually have to make your life harder. I'm not talking about unnecessary suffering, I'm talking about discomfort, challenge and adversity. We have to approach life with the mentality of always trying to grow, always trying to test ourselves. Psychology has shown that seeing improvements in oneself and moving towards meaningful goals does wonders for our well-being, and exercise is a brilliant way to do that. Every time you enter the gym or go for a run, you can aim to lift a little bit more weight or for a few more reps or go a little bit further in a little bit less time. These incremental improvements and gradual progressive overload is extremely rewarding. Hitting a personal best in the gym is a source of joy that I get scarcely in other areas of my life. Exercise is a way that you can fight the battle of you versus you. And when you see how far you've come in a difficult endeavour, you see your progress. That builds a level of self-respect that is hard to find elsewhere. The hard thing is that taking a drug or eating a chocolate bar or simply not thinking about the fact you feel bad is so much easier than hauling your ass into the gym or going for a run. But all I can say is that you have to earn this. Exercise doesn't cost much, if not any money, but it certainly does come at a price. You pay for this antidepressant through the discomfort you put yourself through during workouts. And no one, not your family or friends or me, can do that for you. You can hear all this information and feel the motivation from this video, but when it comes to that small moment when you're supposed to go to the gym or supposed to go for a run, the only person there is going to be you. And no one will know if you fail. And that is where your character is tested. Those moments of mental difficulty, the struggle, the not wanting to go, the quitting mentality creeps into your mind. They're the moments where you pay the price. Only you can fight that battle. But I think you are capable of it. I think everybody is capable of it. If you're just starting out, my best advice is to focus yourself on the process. The goal is just to go to the gym. The goal is to put my running shoes on and leave the house. If you show up to the workout, that is enough. Being happy comes with a price. So are you willing to pay for it? If you enjoyed this video and would like to know more about how psychology can improve your life, you can watch this video here. Also, you can subscribe to my newsletter down below in the description, where you'll receive an article a week from me about psychology or personal development. But with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.